So there's something missing from my novel. I've known that for a long time. And I see where the hole is. I know what piece is missing, but I don't know how to fill it. And most often, with this kind of problem, you would hear the advice, write forward. And that's the correct advice. And I'm not gonna do it. To be clear, I've written forward a bunch of times. And this story just keeps collapsing on itself. And that's because the piece I'm missing is kind of an important one. So right now, the story I have looks like this. So this is all the ideas, the what-ifs, the character moments, the wants, the fears, the world. And I love it dearly. But it's noodles. There's nothing holding it together. The piece I need is this. This is a plot. The plot is the most obvious, tangible things that happen in a story. They go from point A to point B to do the thing, whatever the thing in this story is. And that's what's missing from mine. The thing that they do. And the reason that readers really latch onto the plot is because it's the most obvious part of the story. It's what you can see when you look at it. But what a plot really is a container. It holds all of the scenes, the moments, the world details, the conversations you want to write, and the characters you want to explore, and it links them all together. So it's not just a bunch of people doing a bunch of things. It gives the story a direction and a structure. And without it, noodles. So the way I see it, I kind of have two ways forward. I can keep collecting noodles and hope that in writing forward, I find my way to a plot that can hold everything I want the story to have. Or I can pause, again, drill down, and really try and find out what this thing at the center is. And like I said, I've done both multiple times. Just in the last few months, my notes document from May is 90 pages long, and in June I wrote the first act, or a version of the first act. It wasn't even the one that was up there. But I decided to pause, to take down the board, because I'm really sick of this thing collapsing. And I know that that's how stories work. They expand with all of these ideas and possibilities, and then it's too much for the project to hold, and it kind of folds back in on itself. And anything left standing becomes part of the core idea, and then it happens again, and it just keeps happening until that part in the middle becomes the story. I almost think of it like breathing, right? The story goes in and comes out, or maybe a tide, and it collects all of the best parts of itself, and that's amazing. But every time it collapses, I get scared. I mean, it's intimidating to take down the board, because I've done it before, and I know I'll probably have to do it again. And each time I do, I say, this is going to be the time. We're going to figure it all out. And that's yet to happen. So I worry that one of these times it's going to collapse, and it's not going to spring back, and it's just going to be over. And I worry that I'm not going to have the energy to fight for it anymore, and it will just end. And that's scary because, one, I've put so much time and effort into it, but also because I know that it's always going to exist in my mind. It's kind of like a movie that I saw once a long time ago, and I don't remember how it ends, except nobody can tell me how it ends. I either find out or I won't. But for now, back to the board. what the plot really is, but what a ship really is, it's freedom. Oh, I really like that, but I messed it up.